If there's one thing that I, Steve Irwin, would want to be remembered for, it's be remembered for passion and enthusiasm. Conservation is my job, my life, my whole persona. In my life dealing with wildlife, I've been gored, clawed, chomped, bitten, savaged, jumped on, whacked, peed on, even groped. And every single time it's been my fault. If I get bitten, I've made the mistake. I knew what I was up against when I went in on that animal. And it's been a giant learning curve for me. I jumped on a crocodile and it was a bad jump. Under the water, whack, hit me in the head, scarred me here. I got scars all over my face. Terry tore my ear in half. No two fingers are the same. They've been snapped, split, chomped, nails ripped off. Have a look at my hands. Virtually scars on scars. You can't see the last bite because it's scar on scar. And this isn't some giant ego trip. It's just that I've got to get the camera. I've got to be right in there. I have to get right fair smack into the action. Because this day has come where the audience, you, need to come with me and be there with that animal. If there's whales dying on the beach on the western side of Tasmania, I want to share it with you. Because if we can touch people about wildlife, then they want to save it. If you go to SeaWorld and you get to have an encounter with a dolphin, you want to save dolphins. Gone are the days of sitting back on the long lens on the tripod and looking at wildlife way over there. Come with me. Share it with me. Share my wildlife with me. Because humans want to save things that they love. My job, my mission, the reason I've been put onto this planet is to save wildlife. And I thank you for coming with me. Yeah, let's get it. Is there anything in this world that would want to make me give away what I'm doing now? Yes. Yes, there is. When my children can take the football that I call wildlife conservation and run it up. When they're ready to run up our mission, I will gladly step aside. And I guarantee you it'll be the proudest moment of my life. And my job will be done like my mum and my dad. That, and only then, then and only then will I know that I have achieved my ultimate goal. To be able to stand aside and let them run up my mission. Because that's what I did for my mum and dad, and I'm really proud to tell you that. By crikey, I got tears flowing out, and I'm holding them back. I'm trying so hard to hold them back, but I'm just doing what they wanted me to do. They created a wildlife warrior. I am that. And they were able to stand aside to varying degrees. And I'm able to run that ball up, mate. I'm running it up. You know what? The opposition's hard and it keeps coming. But I ain't stopping until my kids can run it up for me. And then I'll stand aside like my dad did.
The true insight into Steve Irwin's heart is to see what he does with the rewards of his fame and success. He invests in conservation. As well as Australia's zoo, Steve is pouring his resources into thousands of acres of wildlife habitat in outback Australia, saving tracts of endangered brigalow forest from the onslaught of land clearing. It is here where Steve feels truly at home, working for the future of wild animals struggling for living space in a world that takes too much from wildlife without giving enough back.
The Steve Irwin you see is the Steve Irwin I am. Nothing's changed. Back back in the early days, I actually did see myself on camera and thought, crikey, I think I can change, I think I can do better. And then my good friend, producer and director, John Stainton, went, mate, you've just got to be you. You've got to go back out there and be you. Because if you change, in essence, this is never going to work. So what I did was went straight back out into the firing line, jumped around out in front of the camera and just was me. And to this day, this is who I am.
I think he's had a natural growth, but he's still basically the same person that I met in the 80s today.
I love the enthusiasm about Steve, the passion, the dedication, the ethics. He's never wavered, not once, from what he believes in, and I admire that.
Before he was very free-spirited, and now he's free-spirited, but there's this weight that you can see on his shoulders, and the realisation now that there is that weight. That weight does exist. It's not just a figment of his imagination. There is a weight there. There's millions of people out there that are watching every move and everything he does, and it's easy for someone like me or someone else who hasn't got that exposure. We don't feel it, because if we do something that other people don't agree with, then, you know, it's like 2 or 3 people say something. Well, for him it's millions.
I can honestly say that going crocodile catching with Steve now is exactly the same as it was 20 years ago.
As a young boy, Steve was taught the skills of catching crocodiles by his father, Bob. Problem crocs they had to relocate away from population areas in northern Australia. Steve is proud to tell the world he learned everything he knows from his father. And to this day, they still team up to catch crocodiles for research projects.
How many singles has he got back there, Dad? 7.
Good work, Steve.
Yeah, good work, Dad. It's been a real honour sharing this with you, mate.
It's great, wasn't it?
Yeah, we're a good team, you and me.
Perfect.
Yeah, really, really good. The devastation of losing my mum knocked the wind out of me for over a year, more, 2 years. Right now I'm sad, and I'll never get over it. And it was only the strength of our family values and the bond that my mum helped us Irwins build that got me through it. And I mourn every day. I mourn every day of my life. And when I look at my little girl, I see my mum. I actually see her. I see Bindi as a mini Lynn. I really do. She's such a she's a little cyclone, you know. I used to call my mum Cyclone Lynn because she was 5 foot nothing and just flat out like a lizard drinking. And guess what? Bindi is exactly the same. She is such a little dynamo, you know. She's just got all these Lynn traits, which is just fascinating to me, absolutely fascinating. And yeah, it's tough, mate. You know what? It'll never go away. Anybody who has lost someone that is that close to you will always carry that pain. You know, you can cut my arm off, you can cut my legs off, but when you lose a family member like that, it hurts you, it devastates you forever.
She was the sort of person that Steve would go to talk about things, to get help. We all talked about things with Lynn if we had a major problem, and Lynn just kept the family. She was like the matriarch. She kept the family together. No matter if there was a huge disaster or something was really going wrong, she was always the one to just go, hang on a minute, guys, you know, let's think about this, let's talk about this. And he lived for her. Like, he absolutely, he's got such a close personality to Lynn. Like, the two of them are like chalk. It's like looking in a mirror. It was quite amazing.
When all this was going